The law of mentalism states that the all is mind and the universe is mental. So we live in a mental universe, meaning our thoughts and our beliefs create our reality. So in today's video, we are talking about the law of mentalism, why your mind shapes your reality, the Kybalion explained simply. So welcome to my channel. I am Naila Ma'at, and on this channel, we focus on spirituality, personal development and growth, becoming the greatest version of ourselves and creating the life of our dreams and our desires, living in abundance and having freedom. So if you can vibe with that, be sure to subscribe to my channel and let's get into today's topic. So the law of mentalism comes from the Kybalion. The Kybalion was written by the three initiates. It is about the 7 Hermetic principles of a great master alchemist by the name of Hermes Trismegistus. He is known well in ancient Egypt and as well as Greek mythologies. So the Kybalion is all about the 7 Hermetic principles, which are the laws of the universe, the spiritual laws of the universe. So the first one that it breaks down and talks about is the law of mentalism. It says the all is mind and the universe is mental. So I'm going to share 3 points that I just want to touch on about the law of mentalism and how we can use this law to create the life that we desire, create the reality that we desire to have, whether it be having a life of freedom, having a life of abundance, having joy and inner peace, and just living life in alignment with our higher purpose. So the first point that I want to touch on is all is mind. Reality begins in consciousness. So everything you see, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, your job, or even your struggles, these all started out as a thought. So we think that, things just happen by chance or that things happen by coincidence, but there are no coincidences in this universe. This universe is not random or chaotic. It is mental in nature. So your mind is not separate from reality. Your mind is not separate from reality. It is a part of the same system. So you may think, you have your own mind, your own thoughts, and you're just separate from everyone else. But no, we are all connected, right? This entire universe is connected. This entire mental universe is connected. So we're even connected to nature. Okay, so your mind is not separate from reality. It is a part of the same system. So some examples of this concept. So before a house can be built, it first has to be in the mind of the builder. right? Before, a house can be constructed, it has the builder or the construction man has to have an idea of what he wants to build, what he wants to create, how he wants this house to look, right? So that's one example. Another example is before your life can look a certain way, or before your life looks a certain way, it first existed in your beliefs, expectations, and your self image. So the current life you're living is a result of the beliefs that you've had up until this point, your expectations of your life that you've had up until this point, and what your self image is, how you view yourself, right? Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Everything you see outside of you is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So that's the first point. All is mind. Now, the next point is your subconscious mind is the creative engine. Your subconscious mind is so powerful, okay? Your conscious thoughts plant seeds, but your subconscious mind builds the world you live in. Your subconscious mind does not judge, it just accepts. It doesn't know the truth from repetition. So, whatever we continue to tell ourselves, or whatever someone else continues to tell us repeatedly, we begin to believe those things. It becomes programmed in us. Your subconscious mind only knows what you consistently think, feel, and believe. So, if you're always thinking it's a struggle to get money, I got to work so hard to get money, then the struggle is going to repeat. You're going to always have to work hard to get money, or to get even just a little bit. You got to work hard to get a little bit to just be able to barely make ends meet, or just make ends meet, but not living in true abundance, right? Because you're thinking in lack and limitation, right? You're thinking it's hard to get money, or I got to work so hard to get money, or more money's coming, more money's going out than it's coming in. And, things, thoughts of lack in regards to money, right? So that's why the cycle repeats. You continue to experience that because those are your beliefs, those are your habitual thoughts. Also, let's say someone always told you you were ugly, or that you were dumb, and they just kept telling you that. Like, maybe it's someone you grew up with, maybe a sibling or someone else, right? And you always heard that growing up, that you're ugly or that you were dumb. And eventually you believed it, right? You started looking in the mirror and not thinking that you were beautiful, right? You started pointing out little flaws that you had because someone told you that it was ugly, right? So that's an example. So childhood programming and trauma equals default mental pattern. So the things that we experience from the womb up until age 7 shaped our subconscious mind. So if that environment was a traumatic environment, then those patterns, those became our default mental patterns. So now as adults, we're just repeating those same patterns, creating those same, experiences of lack and limitation, or trauma, right? So to break that cycle, or to break that generational curse, we have to reprogram our subconscious mind. So you're not unlucky. You are programmed. That's simply it. We've just been programmed, so we have to reprogram our minds in order to have better life experiences. So that brings me to mention my Worthy of Wealth course. Worthy of Wealth is a course that I created for those who want to have more ease and flow in their life and create the reality of their dreams, living in abundance and having freedom by reprogramming their subconscious mind and letting go of limiting beliefs. So be sure to check that out down in the description box below and enroll into Worthy of Wealth today. Now, my third point is when you change the mind, you change the reality. So you do not change your life by forcing action first. You change your life by changing your mental atmosphere. I was talking about this actually in the last video, which was about how I 5x my income by rewiring my mind. So that's actually the video that was previous to this one, is I 5x my income by rewiring my mind. So I was talking about how I was working a job and, about a decade ago, where before I came into this information, I have had a lot of limiting beliefs and thoughts of lack around money, like many of us do, especially in the Black community, right? So when I began to learn this information, I had to start to think differently. I had to start to think differently. I had to change my mental atmosphere. So if I'm thinking thoughts that are not in alignment with the life that I want to have or the reality that I want to create, then I have to train myself and am training myself to catch those thoughts and to turn them into more empowering thoughts or affirmations, thoughts of the things that I desire to have, such as I am wealth or I am abundance. Abundance comes to me easily. Abundance comes to me frequently, right? So change the mind, change the reality. Your thoughts become feelings, feelings become choices, choices become habits, your habits become your reality. So it starts with your thoughts. So make sure your thoughts are in alignment with the reality that you want to create. So here are some simple practices in order to create the reality that you desire. So 1, become aware of your inner dialogue. Pay attention to the thoughts that you're thinking on a daily basis. And if you notice thoughts that are not in alignment with what you want to have or the reality that you want to create, rephrase those thoughts and turn them into affirmations. Speak affirmations with feeling and not force. So if you're thinking, I'm tired of working at this job, reframe it. I'm grateful that I have this job and that this money is coming in so that I may use it as leverage to create the life that I want, or so that I may use it as leverage to build my freedom lifestyle, right? Take the negative thought and reframe it. And you want to say your affirmations with feeling, not with force. So don't try to force it. Feel it. Feel the truth of the words that you're speaking. And See yourself as the person you want to become and embody that behavior. So you have an image in your mind of the life that you want to live and who you want to be in life, right? So see yourself as that person and begin to take steps daily to embody that version of yourself. So for example, if you want to be a music artist, what would a music artist be doing? They will be writing songs. They will be recording those songs. They will be listening to beats. They will be creating. They will be marketing their material. So on a day-to-day basis, take some sort of action step to embody the behavior of the person that you want to become so that you can align yourself with that version of yourself. That version of yourself already exists. So you just have to get in alignment with that version of yourself. So those are the 3 practices that you can put in place to create your reality using the law of mentalism. Become aware of your inner dialogue. Speak affirmations with feeling and not with force, and see yourself as the person you want to become and embody that behavior. And this is just a note to take home with you. The law of mentalism is a spiritual law. It's a universal law. So this law works regardless whether you believe in it or not. So it doesn't care if you believe in it. It works anyway. So work with it, okay? So that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more content, check out my next video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace, love, and vibe high. Talk to you soon.
All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Melanated and in power, watch it gotta slide. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Third eye open, we are chosen, I share when I rise. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. CBE, we a movement, crown, hold it high. All my queens in the building, let your crown fly. Look in the mirror, lay yourself, girl, I vibe high. I said this life is a test, get my best, nothing less.